Sorry, my microphone wasn't on. I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys. My microphone wasn't on. But I hope you guys are having a terrific Tuesday. Sorry if I'm a little bit late. I was just having a little bit of trouble getting stuff ready today. Everything was just kind of cutting close, okay? But I am glad that you're able to join us, guys. I'm glad that you're here. Now I'm just kind of getting my stuff together, as I am going through everything. And I seem to be missing something. Mr. C is missing something. Give me a moment. Once again, I'm sorry I'm late. But while we are waiting, just make sure everybody's nice and relaxed. And hope you guys are. There we go. I just found what I was looking for. But want everybody to get comfortable. Make sure you have a good seating. Okay. Today, as I spoke about last week, I hope everybody was able to get a pair of either drumsticks or big kitchen utensils that we can use as drumsticks, okay, and a flat surface to do our drumming, okay. We are going to go over rhythms with a little bit more depth, okay. Now, a lot of you probably have never drummed before, okay, but that's okay. I'm going to take you into techniques that will help you guys really get into drumming and showing you some. And the reason why I use drumming is because it takes some coordination in order for you guys to do. And so I'm going to take you through some basics that'll help you do that. But before we do that, I do want to just kind of, again, get some stuff ready. You caught me a little off guard. Today has been a little off guard for me. So trying to get everything together. So I'm just trying to get our song that we're going to sing queued up here on my iPad, that I can have the music with for it. And I just not looking in the right places. Okay, here we go. Now I have it. All right. Okay. So once again, thank you for joining us. This is Mr. C of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, and welcome to our senior session. We're going to have a nice little half hour of getting into just rhythms. Again, it's coordination in rhythms. So if you have those handy, a pair of either drumsticks, if you were able to manage them, or a pair of just wooden kitchen utensils, plastic kitchen utensils, that sort of thing. We are definitely going to get into some coordinating with rhythms, kind of banging them together, and then as well as some drumming, okay? Those techniques are, again, very useful for physical movement, okay? Dynamic movement, things that we need, we need to, our appendages, which we take for granted, music can be a very, very good help with that. And that's why I am doing this, and I hope you get a lot out of this, okay? But before we get started, here is it is the jingle time, Mr. C's jingle time, so we can get to learning something, and here we go. Time for school, time for music, time to learn together, we can do it. Learning is fun with Mr. C. And now I say, I know I put it as homeschool. That is the name of my academy, Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. And I encourage all of you guys to like and share and subscribe to my channel. Tell all your friends about subscribing to my channel, and also to become a Patreon member. That's right, we're part of Patreon. So if you look on patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, become a member so that you can give $1 towards our efforts to continue more quality programming like this. So you can just pay $1 for our to become a Patreon member. All right, so go on to patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, so that also you can get information on going onto Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy.com page, where you will be able to have access to a lot of other stuff, as well as Q&A sessions, which I like to have with my Patreon members. Q&A sessions once a month, and you will have access to stuff like that, and we can get more out of our sessions together. But in any event, here we go. Let's get right into it, everybody. Let's get into some exercises today. So I like to do some stretching because our bodies are very important to keep in good health while we're doing it. Everybody, I want everybody to kind of just stretch right now up into the sky. Okay, by the way, if Mr. C looks a little bit blurry, okay, sometimes my webcam does that. Okay, I'll try not to move too rapidly, so it can catch up. But in any event, let's everybody stretch up there as high as you can. All right, and everybody let it come down very nice and easily. Everybody, let's roll the shoulders and feel that massage. Roll the shoulders backwards as I am doing right now, and feel that nice massage as we are rolling those shoulders. Everybody, let's roll them forward now. Roll them forward. Okay. And here we go. Roll those forward. And now everybody, let's rotate our necks very slowly, mind you. Don't go too fast. Don't think that you have to catch up with me or anything like that. Feel that nice neck massage as you're going through this dynamic movement. Okay. And everybody roll those necks the other way, nice and easy, very slow, all right? Great, all right, now everybody look this way, and everybody look this way. Okay, everybody look up, and everybody look down, okay? And I want everybody to shrug and hold those shoulders, shrug it and let it go. One more time, one last shrug, okay? And let it go, and open your hands. Put your hands out in front of you like this and start opening and closing those hands. Okay, we're about to use our hands quite a bit, guys. So it's always good to have our grip strength intact. You don't want to go fast with this because that does definitely give more strain and pain to your forearms. That's not the point. The point is to get these fingers moving and again improve on that grip strength, which a lot of times we take for granted, these small things that we can do. We should never take anything for granted. We should always continue to encourage dynamic movement, okay? And everybody now start rotating the wrists kind of away like so, all right? And everybody rotate them the other way. Great, okay? And now let's incorporate our elbows as well on that rotation with the wrists. Kind of like you're saying, come here, type of thing. And now let's go the other way, guys. Let's go the other way. Very good. All right. All right. Give a little shake. Just a little bit of shake. All right. Get loose. All right. Everyone take a deep breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. Once again, one more deep breath in and out. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get into the song. I would like to start off with a hymnal, okay, that I really love. This is called Wade in the Water. Wade in the Water. And Wade in the Water holds a very good, deep meaning for me. I'm just trying to get my pick. Wade in the Water. If you know the song, please sing along, okay? And there is a certain way that I do it. A lot of times in music, we tend to have different versions of songs, okay? And I'm sure that you guys are well aware that there are many different versions of Wade in the Water, as well as other songs, okay? But this hymnal in particular, okay, Wade in the Water, meaning stay the course, okay? Stay with the Holy Word, with the Bible, right? With the Scripture. Water is known as is depicted in the Bible as Scripture. Okay, so stay in God's Word because what He has to tell you is very useful for all of us, no matter what age we are. There's no such thing. I'm too old to know. I'm too young to know. Okay, so Wade in the Water holds a very dear meaning to me because it encourages me to remember what God says and to do as best as we can what God tells us to do. So Wade in the Water. If you know it, again, sing along. Hope you like it. Here we go. And make sure when you're singing, I always encourage good posture. Make sure your backs are straight. Okay, you're sitting up nice and straight and sing along, guys. Here we go. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See that host all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. The leader looks like the Israelites. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See that band all dressed in red. God's gonna trouble the water. Looks like the band that Moses led. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Look over yonder, what do you see? God's gonna trouble the water. The Holy Ghost coming on me. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. If you don't believe me, I've been redeemed. God's gonna trouble the water. Just follow me down to the Jordan stream. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. All right, I hope you guys like that very much. All right, thank you. So that was Wade in the Water. All right, we're getting our mind straight before, thinking about our Creator as we create music, okay, and giving praises to Him. So getting our mind straight, our intention straight before we create music is such a very important thing for all of us, guys. But let's get into this, okay? It's time for drumming, okay? So I want everybody to get their sticks ready, okay? Whether it's drumsticks, again, whether it's kitchen utensils, okay? Whether it's anything that you can use to bang on right now, okay? And plus a flat surface, something that you don't mind. One of the suggestions I gave was a 5-gallon bucket, okay? If you guys are able to have that, we're going to use that as our banging surface. Or if you guys just have some kind of flat surface, a table that you don't mind getting scuff marks on from the drumming or whatever, then that's quite all right too, okay? So let's get into this, all right? I want everybody to get into a nice, good posture while they're seated, okay? Your feet must remain flat on the floor, okay? So nice flat on the floor. Make sure you're sitting nice. If for some reason you're on the short side, okay, and you can't reach those feet onto the ground, make sure onto the floor. Make sure you scoot your bottoms over to the front edge, okay? That tends to happen where you just can't reach. It's a height issue. I've definitely been there, okay? All you have to do is scoot your bottoms over to the front edge and then plant your feet directly on the floor, okay? First of all, let's establish tempo. There's that word tempo, okay? Let's establish tempo. So I want you to take your two items that you're going to bang together, whether they, again, maybe drumsticks or kitchen utensils of some kind, okay? And I want you to separate them, kind of have this X going right now, okay? The idea is this X, okay, what you're holding, you're going to bang on like so, okay? And tempo is basically the speed in which you play or even sing, okay? In this case, we're going to play our rhythm, okay? And I want us to do kind of a 4-count tempo, okay? So what do I mean by that? In other words, we're going to bang once, we're going to bang twice, we're going to bang 3 times, and then a fourth time, okay? But we're going to do it in a particular pace, okay? That's what really tempo is. It's a pace that keeps us guiding from the beginning of a song to the end of a song. So we do this, and we just kind of hold it down, okay, in front of us, and be careful not to hit your hands, okay? Accidents tend to happen, okay? Perfectly normal occurrence. Trying to save you from those accidents, okay? Let's do this together. So I'm going to count. I'm going to go 1, 2, ready, play. And you see how I did it at a particular pace right there. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, I could have done it slower. 1, 2, you get the idea. Or I could go faster. 1, 2, ready. I could do just like that, but I want to keep it at a very moderate tempo, okay? Just kind of in between there. So again, I'm going to go 1, 2, and ready, play, and 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And we'll stop right there, okay? But that's our tempo. Let's do that for like a little while, guys. Let's do that for a little while, okay? Once again, let's get ready to go. And I'm going to count you guys in. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready. Now tempo. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Keep counting. 2, 3, 4. Keep the counting up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do this for a little while, guys. 2 and 3, 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. And feel it. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. And 2, 3, 4. And done. Okay. Everybody stop right there. By the way, pay very careful attention to my cue to stop. Okay. I gave you a cue as far as tempo was concerned, right? I gave you that count before you came in. 1, 2, ready, play. And you guys came in, right? But now when I want you guys to stop kind of right on time, okay? Because that's what we're aiming to be, is kind of like a band, okay? Being together as we play, right? As we play anything. So even while we're establishing tempo right there, I give you that. Once I want you to stop, okay? I'm kind of like the conductor here, okay? I'm going to give that little cue right there, right? And stop. Or I might not even say and stop. I might just do this. Okay, and so I want you to pay close attention to when I want you to stop. This way, guys, we are together in everything that we're doing. This is how a band functions, all right? Now I let you guys do that tempo for a while. And why? And why are we doing that with a couple of sticks? And why are we doing it? The reason being is because whenever we do rhythm, it has to be felt, okay? And tempo can be, it's not just for drumming, of course. You do a tempo count just before you sing, just before you play guitar or before you play the piano or anything like that. Tempo is what, again, guides us to whatever we're going to be doing musically. It guides us from the beginning to the very end. And so tempo must be felt. Kind of like the second hand on a clock, okay? If you ever watch a second hand on a clock, you ever hear it tick, tock, tick, tock. However, here's the difference. We don't also think of the beats that we're doing. We don't think of any beats as seconds, okay? Reason being for that is because the clock has its own tempo. When the seconds are counted, the clock has its own particular tempo that it goes by, okay? So that this way, those seconds can be established, and everything can be right on the time that it's supposed to be. In music, however, they don't refer to the beats as seconds. They just simply refer to it as beats, simply because a song will have, depending on the song that it is, it'll have different tempos. It'll have, there are songs that are very fast, right? As you guys know, you think about the swing era. The swing era, okay, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is also that type of tempo. That swing tempo is what allowed you guys to get up there and dance on that floor back in those days in the nightclubs, right? You guys would come up and dance. So that swing tempo, okay, generally went fast. So depending on the song, some songs are very fast and some songs are very slow. You might have a very slow ballad that you're taking, that all you gentlemen and ladies are taking your honeys and your loves, okay, out there and slow dancing to that wonderful ballad that you love so much, okay? every song has a different tempo. And so we never refer to those beats in music as seconds. Okay, that's a misconception right there. So make sure you always refer to the beats simply as beats, or the tempo as a particular tempo, and never as seconds, because the seconds on a clock again has a different tempo all its own. Okay, and it always follows the same tempo. All right, but here we go. Let's get into now coordination with drumming. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stand up. Okay, I'm going to stand up, and so let me focus the camera a little bit more on me. Okay, there we go. Actually, no, I don't really like that, because now you can't see the bucket. I definitely want you guys to be able to see the bucket, and I'm going to play around a little bit with the camera there. Okay, great. So you guys see my camera, you see the top of my head, which is good. Okay, you can totally see all of me here. So here's the deal, okay? There is a technique, okay? So we are, even though I am standing, it doesn't mean you guys have to stand. You can stay seated if you have that bucket right there by your knees, okay? Or if you have that table in front of you that you don't mind scuffing up again with this drumming technique. All right, but what I would like you to do is, whether you're sitting or you happen to be standing, okay? Some of you may prefer standing, that's okay too. But whatever you're doing, make sure your posture is intact. So make sure those backs are straight, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to start off by holding in what I like to refer to as the rest position. You grab your two sticks that we were banging on before with. Now we're going to bang on our pretend drum, okay, if you will. So you're going to hold these up like this in our rest position, okay? And then when I say these two words, readiness position, everybody's going to separate their sticks, and this is the way we need to hold them. Now, there's a particular way, especially for some of you who might have done drumming already, okay? You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? You're going to maintain what we call a pinch grip, okay? So this is a pinch grip. You won't choke up too far up on the actual stick or utensil that you're using. You're going to come right over here, about here at the end of that stick or utensil, and you're going to give a nice strong pinch grip where the index and the thumb meet, and you're going to do that for both hands, okay? For both sticks, both hands, okay? And notice that I still have my other three fingers on each hand. My other three fingers, they are up. What you're going to do is gently lightly wrap them around, like so, okay? You're going to have your elbows. You see how my elbows are slightly out? You're going to have your elbows slightly out like this while you're sitting or standing up straight, all right? And the idea is, now, be careful. The misconception is when people drum, they think they have to use their whole arm, okay? In fact, I'm not even going to have you bang on it too loud, because generally speaking, all you need is to do this. You need to use your wrists as the fulcrum. You see how I'm doing? I'm not hitting the bucket just right now, okay? I'm just kind of utilizing my wrists. While, by the way, our sticks or utensils should be pointed down just above the surface that you're going to hit. It should be pointed down on an angle, but floating right above. Get away from this. Don't just let it rest like this on the surface. Pick it up a little bit, all right? Pick it up nice and easy, and you are going to utilize your wrists, again, as the fulcrum to make the stroke of each hit. You see how I'm doing that? Practice that for a little while. Nice and easy, nice and easy. And by the way, if you're doing this right, okay, remember I said that the other three fingers on each hand are going to be lightly wrapped around. We're not doing this kind of grip. It's not a full fisted grip. It's a pinch with a light grip of the other three fingers around. So let's look at the inside. In fact, let's look at the inside of my palm. I'm going to give it a nice close-up, okay? If you notice how it's light right here, if you're doing it correctly and you're using that fulcrum of your wrist, notice how the stick, I still maintain my pinch grip, okay? See where I'm pointing? I'm maintaining my pinch grip, all the while that end of the stick is hitting, not really hitting, but hard or anything, but really getting against the other three fingers that are lightly wrapped around it, okay? So you're kind of doing this, and all of this is for control. This is the technique that all drummers use. It's for control over what you want to hit, okay, and how you want to hit it. So that's really the way the inside, okay, let me show you the other hand. It's the same thing, see? Both hands should look just like this. Pinch grip is the strength of the grip, while the 3 fingers are nice and light so that your drumstick or utensil hits lightly against the 3 fingers, okay? And this is all for control, okay? We're not getting into caveman status or, okay, we're not doing all that, okay? But we wanna, this is a bit more sophisticated, if you will, okay? It's a little bit more sophisticated, and we're utilizing control, mastery over our bodies, okay, and how we want to play, all right? Now, again, as I said before, we're not going to utilize our arms, okay, to make a big, even if you want to make a nice loud noise, okay, don't do this, okay, but if you wanted to make a loud noise, look at my wrist, look at the way I use that technique, okay, you can hit it just as hard, okay, without using a whole arm. If you use your whole arm, that is a sign of non-control over your limbs, okay, over your appendages. This is more in control, okay? So we're doing this still for a little while, not really hitting the drum yet or the surface, okay? But now we're going to hit, and I want everybody to do it lightly. It's not necessary to make a big noise either. So watch me utilizing control over your drumming. Watch this, and I'm going to hit it nice and light. You heard me do it loud before. Now I'm going to do it nice and light. See? And that's a pretty poignant strength of sound right there, okay? But I want everybody to start doing that now for a little while. Everybody start hitting. In fact, let me give you a tempo count. Let's do that tempo once again. Here we go on my count. 1, 2, ready, and play and go. Right, left, right, left. Stop right there. Let's stop right there. Now notice the hit, okay? I want to show you something else, which is probably what you guys might have been doing just a little while ago. I hit, I should say, but look what happens. Once the tip of that stick or your utensil makes contact with the surface, notice the control in my hand allows me to still float the stick or utensil right above that surface where you hit. I float it right above. You see? I don't let it drop. Okay, we don't do that. That is not a sign of control. But a sign of control is when you hit it and then kind of lift it up still above. Not lift it up all the way, mind you. We don't have to do that, but a nice one quick hit, one beat, and then that stick or utensil is still floating up above. So that this way you don't have that unnecessary rolling, that out of control rolling, but you have a nice clean beat every time you hit it, okay? Again, this is why we go into this technique, all right? So that you can control how you hit, okay? Now, if you don't have it right away, guys, if you don't have this right away, you can practice this on your own. You can rewind this video, you can practice with me or apart from me, because right now at this point, all we're doing is a right, left, okay, over and over again, okay? And you can even switch it to left, right, okay? So let's do that actually. Let's start with our left, okay? Get into your readiness position, and we're gonna do left, right for a little while on my tempo count, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna count to 4, you come in. 1, 2, ready, start with the left and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, right, right, okay? Nice and light too. Keep it going, guys. 3 and 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. And left, right. Okay? Keep it going. And ready. And here we go. And stop. Okay? There's my cue to stop right there. Okay? Practice this over and over and over again. And again, when you guys practice on your own, when I'm not here, do your right, start with the right to the left, and then after you do that for a while, then left, right, okay? All the while, if you're finding yourself still not utilizing control, you're doing this, where you're letting it kind of drop like that, try again, okay? The more repetitions you do, the more times that you do the repetitions on controlling that rhythm, that very simple, okay, tempo rhythm, with left, right, or right, left. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. And that's really the point, okay? Everything that you do in music is really a way of controlling how, it's mind controlling the body. It's never the other way around. Body does not control the mind, but the mind controls the body. What you want your body to do, it will do because you are telling it to do. You're telling it what to do. Everybody understand me? Okay, that is great, guys. Okay, so again, practice on your own. Right, left, and then left, right. Okay, and just kind of do it for a while. Okay, and guess what? If you feel up to it, you can always speed up the tempo. So now you can get used to controlling how you hit, but in speed wise. And of course, not hitting it hard to make a loud noise, but just nice and light, okay, to do it. So if I want to do it a little faster, then I would count myself in first. And that's what I want you guys to do. You count yourself in. 1, 2, ready, play. And right, left, right, left, right, left. Control here. You keep it going at that pace. You see that tempo pace. Here we go. And right, left, nice and easy with that, no noise, just very light. And keep that tempo going with control, and that is it. And we stop. You see? So the better you get, the more comfortable you get at the slower tempo, like we did before, then kick it up a little bit. Make it a little faster, and then continue from there. All right? All right, guys. So that is our drumming session for today, guys. Thank you so very much. You need to applaud yourselves, okay? You guys did a fantastic job, and we are going to end it today. Again, I would like to remind everybody to like and share, subscribe, tell your friends about it, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming on every week. I will be here at 1:15, okay? 1:15. I will make sure I'm here at 1:15 so we can have our half-hour session, and subscribe to my channel. Also, again, look me up on patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. Okay, you can just $1. It's just $1 to become a member, and also go onto my Facebook page. If you have Facebook, Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy Facebook page, where I have more videos and such, and you can share with your friends and everything. Guys, thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed our session, and I will be here next week once again at 1:15. Everybody, have yourselves a great day. And as I tell all of my students, I wish you happy practicing. Take care.